Hello and welcome back to another video, and in this one we'll be looking at the first Sega Master System released in 1987 in the UK. Now I've done a few videos recently of retro consoles. I've been quite fortunate. I've had a whole load in at once. You'll remember I did a Master System 2, a Nintendo Entertainment System, I had an N64, a Mega Drive, and so we're kind of going, we had the Master System 2, which was kind of the more rounded one. It had the McDonald's stickers on and had like a curved kind of snapshot opening. And what I try and do, I haven't done it before, but I'll try at the end of this video to link you to the Master System 2 so you can check out the comparison, and maybe one to the NES, but probably just the Master System 2. As with most of these, I'll have a quick look over the console, and then we'll plug everything in and we'll just play a game, which will be Jurassic Park. So this will be bundled together with the console, the control pad, a third-party replacement power supply, and a third-party AV out option, which we'll talk about in a moment. So first of all, the console, fairly large in size, rectangularish in shape. You've got the red and the black accents, the kind of gloss black here, with more of a satin finish over here. Sega Master System power base. Over here you have your cartridge slot. You have, and it says cartridge input there. You have just lots of text explaining things, you know, Sega's first console. So you've got the reset button and the pause button. The power on button will light up when it's in, and it's basically saying you've got power on, put a cartridge in, or put a card in, which I haven't used or tested. I don't know anyone who's used those, if I'm honest. Your controllers and out to the TV system. So that's the condition of the top of the console. Around the front you've got the power button here, nice clicking button, control 1 and 2, and as you move around, really not too much to see on the sides. You've got your ventilation port, holes all around here. You've got your AV out option there, or your RF out, and your AC adapter. Again, nothing there. And then underneath, it's basically just got your cover for one of the slots there, and Sega Master System Power Base Power 1 on the bottom. So that's the console. I've stripped this down, I've cleaned it out, and I've actually put two brand new switches underneath the reset and the pause, and they are brand new old stock, not modern replacements, but unused switches. So they work absolutely great now because they're membrane kind of mechanical springs. So that's spot on. Control pad or controller, Sega in the middle. The black and red theme continues, mini gloss and a bit of satin. Nice feel to it, nice and springy. There you go on the back, your 3020. Don't know if you're getting shot there. 3020 control pad. So you get that. Now the Master System can run off a Sega Mega Drive power supply, which is 10 volts, but it's actually supposed to run off 9 volts. So I've added in a 9 volt replacement power supply, which you can see here. Just focus you in. There we go, so a 9 volt power supply. It's got a reasonably short cord, this one, but it'll do the job. And then for the options, you've got the RF cable, but I've got I'm going to use the AV out, which goes to a component which is your red, yellow and white outputs, which most TVs have. So I bundle this one because it's usually like the easiest point of entry for most people. If you're using things like a cathode ray, you'll get a better image because these older consoles really just like older TVs. You might want to experiment with getting an RF cable and tuning in and doing that, or using upscalers, but that's the one that's included, and it gives us a good enough picture on a modern telly as a starter for 10, or you can actually put the component into an older one. Anyway, that's enough talking, so I'll plug in the AC power. So as we mentioned, the power will go into the power supply there. With these, the pins go to the bottom, but most of these even remind you by saying the word top there. So you're just going to line it up, making sure the top is at the top. I always just give it a very light turn, and that way you know it's seated correctly. You're not going to push it in and damage the pins. So that's us all connected there. With the control pads you'll work it out, but usually, well, it's the larger side is always to the top, both on both the Mega Drive and the Master System. So you just line up the larger side at the top. It also says Sega there, and just wiggle those in. They're a tight fit. So that's us all set up ready to play. The game we'll be playing will be Jurassic Park. I've got this one. I also have Action Fighter and Super Kickoff available. Little fact, Jurassic Park is my favourite movie of all time. It's 30 this year as well, so I'll definitely be watching that again. It's one of the ones I like to watch on VHS tape on my old TV, because then I really get the nostalgia hit. But as a reminder, before we put that in, if you haven't seen the other one, is that these consoles come with a built-in game. They come with Alex Kidd in Miracle Worlds built in. Later ones also come bundled with Sonic. So I'll turn it on. You'll see the power on button, power on light come on, the green light. I'll move us up to the TV. We'll have a look at that, and then we'll plug the game in. So powering up now. Light comes on. Move ourselves up, and that's about the quality you're going to get off a modern LCD TV. There's our Alex Kidd in Miracle World. Start button is here, as you can see on the controller. One is start. So really nice responsive controller. Now as I mentioned, you've got the restart and the pause button on the control, so it's almost like having another button or two down there instead of here, and that's why you can see very quickly consoles gravitated to more buttons on the controller, especially because things like the pause button, if I pause this, are actually integral to the game. So the pause button here actually allows you to select different things, and then returning myself to the menu, and then obviously the reset button, if I just hit that, it just resets the console. So that's everything on there. Turning the console off, I'll move you down as I insert Jurassic Park, so you've got the console there. Now if you ever get if it ever doesn't read a game, it's just like any of these. Even though I've cleaned all the pins and stuff, and even though I'm cleaning there, it's one of those magic things. You're blowing the cartridge, stick it back in, and it will always work. But blow anyway, pop that in. Now I used to play this on the Game Gear, and I remember there being a T-Rex roar at the logo when you press start. It's like an electronic roars. Should hear it on this one as well. So listening up. I used to love that. And then this is us, I think, in the helicopter flying into the island. I'll skip past that. And then you've got your 4 areas here. And there's always like a bit of a pre-game before you get in. With a roar. So there's this pre-game where you kind of you shoot, they're trying to attack you on your way in. You'll see in a second, like this. And you're just trying to defend your car as you're driving along. I remember I don't know if I changed the level, or if you shoot something down, you get more fuel, which also gives you more life. Because I remember having more than 3 life at one point. There it is. So you see that fuel there? That's just should have given me more health. And then if you last long enough with these little ones, which can be really variable, you get to the boss, and then you get a chance to beat the boss, be it a pterodactyl or whatever. So I think, yeah, this is the boss. So you can see its health in the top right. It's got 3 health. Get away from there. There, beat it. So that's your pre-game stage. It'd be nice if they were like green and red, like in the car. And then, so as a reminder, that pause button also does other things. So you can see everything's working absolutely fine. So when you press the pause button, that then gives you your different weapon types. You can see here. So this one does this kind of shot. This one will fire it up and then explode. And then this one is more of a grenade. So you're selecting whichever. I don't think you can collect these. It's a bit of a platformer. Don't think there's anything there. Maybe that's just a warning that there's something coming up. Anyway, you didn't come here to watch me play Jurassic Park. Another example of the reset button, just hitting that there goes right back, closed pretty quickly. So I'll turn that off and move it back down. So yeah, in summary, what we've got is the first Sega console, the Sega Master System. This one, as you see, fully working. I've already told you about the work that I've carried out inside. It comes with a lovely controller. It comes with a third-party power supply of 9 volts, and it also comes with your kind of entry option of a third-party AV out. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel. And until the next one, all the best, take care, and see ya.